All right, good. By knowing when to enter and when to do it, when to exit. But if we purely ask, how can I know coin to trade? It's about if it's in both sports markets and futures markets. It's about learning about market analysis. It's about learning what knowing about what market analysis. And when it comes to market analysis, with what we've taught in time past and what we keep doing, we've been teaching about technical analysis. So if you want to know how to analyze the market, please you need to get further knowledge about technical what analysis. This is the first principle. Okay, technical analysis. At least getting fundamental knowledge about technical analysis will help you to be able to do what? Know coins to do what? Coins to trade on the futures market and then also on the spot market. Also, if it's about knowing the right coin, then the next lesson that you get to know is fundamental analysis. It may also help you to be able to know the right coin to trade, especially on the spot market, so as also on the futures market as well. Mind you, trading is not just a guessing game. Listen, trading is not a guessing game. So you can just call it GG. Trading is not a GG game where you just use your naked eyes to view the site, or sorry, to view the chart, or to just open an app, then you decide on what to do. No, it entails series of lessons, coaching, and understanding. And that is the reason I'm saying that if you want to know how to analyze and how to detect a coin to trade, the first lesson has to be with fundamental analysis. And fundamental analysis, for instance, on some of the fundamental analysis tools that you can use to know the potential of a coin is coin market cap. So on my app here, on my device here, you can see some of the tools. You have coin market cap, coin ranking. All these ones are some of the fundamental analysis tools you can use to decide, or you can learn them to make an informed decision towards the coins to trade. The coins to trade. That is called fundamental analysis. So for instance, when you come to trading view, sorry, I said trading view, when you come to coin market cap, on coin market cap, you may be able to know categories of cryptocurrencies. Do you get it? You may also be able to know how cryptocurrencies has been ranked. So for instance, we have the first 100 cryptocurrencies. We have the first 100 cryptocurrencies. Over here, with the first 100 cryptocurrencies, it may give you a note on how each of these cryptocurrencies behave, their nature, and then also their user case. So when you come here, the first, it has been ranked from the first to the 100th, and at least that will give you an indication of each coin and then also its total market cap. And when we say the market cap, that is the inflow and then the outflow, how money comes in and how money goes out of the coin. That is the total amount of money that is worth of that particular coin. So on Bitcoin, it may give you, so it has been ranked from the first to the last, from the first cryptocurrency to the last cryptocurrency. So in this case, the last will be the 900th, and then the first will be the one will be the first asset, which is Bitcoin happening to be the first cryptocurrency, then Ethereum happening to be the second cryptocurrency on the coin market cap, then USDT, as well as BNB, XRP, Solana, and so on and so forth. All these assets has been categorized here, and it's ensured that if traders want to trade this particular asset, they are well endowed to go to trade. Please, do you get me right? Now, that is for fundamental analysis. When it comes to fundamental analysis, there are so many lessons that you can also do. Take your time to learn, which may also give you more confidence in making an extraordinary decision towards analyzing cryptocurrency or getting better assets to do to trade. So, for instance, when you come here, you have the categories. Okay, we have the categories. I'm just taking time to brush through this. We have the categories of cryptocurrencies. If it's about meme coins, you may see meme coins. If it's about Binance Alpha, you may see them. If you want to get assets in the BNB ecosystem or BNB chain ecosystem, you may be able to get it. If it's Solana ecosystem, you may be able to get it. If it is made in USA coins, you may be able to get them. So as you keep scrolling, you may get different cryptocurrencies based on categories, and then you may love them. You may love to trade on them. Okay, all right. Now, on a case of technical analysis, if you want to have more knowledge on technical analysis, such that you may be well endowed in analyzing and knowing when to enter and exit the market, mostly what in our recent years we've analyzed and addressed some of these lessons, such that we've explained to our traders that the easiest way you can analyze the market is first understanding the market, understanding the fact that the market is structured in three ways. First is being able to know what you call structural markets. And when we talk of structural markets, as a trader, you should be able to detect the trend or the structure of a market. So in that case, getting lessons on structural tools, and then also the next one is lessons on confirmation. So confirmational tools, and then also lessons on entry. These are just the three basics of trading when it comes to technical analysis. So whoever that you see that has been able to analyze the market and provide a coin, one, he knows the trend. Two, he has confirmed the trend. And then three, out of the confirmation, he knows how to enter, or when to enter out of that confirmation. So you should know how to determine, or how to identify the trend or the structure of the market, and then how to confirm the structure of the market, then also how to make when to make an entry on that confirmation. My dear, hope it's clear. Hope it's clear. For you to get in-depth knowledge on this, we also have more recorded sessions on our YouTube channel, and we've taught on technical analysis, where you may be able to get step-by-step guide from the foundation candlestick pattern. So, my dear Bernard, I guess getting knowledge on how to get valid coins to trade, I've given you the two dimensions. That is technical, and then it's fundamental. With the fundamental, I've taken time for us to go through the coin market cap, where you may be able to access the first 100 cryptocurrencies. Then also where you may be able to get the categories of cryptocurrencies. I hope it's clear. But an aspect of technical analysis, I've given you the three aspects of technical analysis where every trader would love to focus. And hope it's clear. All right. Then Sharon is also asking, what is the best time frame to use while trading, and what is the best entry? What is the best time frame to use whilst you trade, and what is the best entry? All right. So also in recent, that is last Tuesday, those who joined the beginners session, that session was an interesting session, and I wish you, at your free time, you can go to our YouTube channel to take your time to learn through them again. Now, we said before a trader can decide on time frames to use, the first thing that the trader should think of is, what kind of trader I am, or am I? Now, we learned, and we all came to a conclusion that there are basically 3 or 4 forms of traders. So depending on the type of trader you are, and then the time frame you may be eligible to use, or you may intend to use. So in this case, we said some traders prefer to use 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then also 5 minutes time frame. Some traders prefer to use 30 minutes, 15 minutes, which is day traders, or just day traders. Okay, we said some day traders prefer to use 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes. Some also prefer to use 4 hours, 1 hour, and then also 15 minutes. 4 hours, 1 hour, and then also 15 minutes. Some also prefer to use 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then also 15 minutes. Now, all these traders categorizing themselves, they are day traders. They are day traders. So I told the traders who joined that session that when it comes to trading, personally, I prefer to use the 4 hours time frame with via 1 hour and then 15 minutes to get a better precision for my trade. Okay, so that is the explanation. So if you ask of what time frame to use, you can consider out of these three as a day trader. You can consider out of these three that use 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes, or 4 hours, 1 hour, and then also 15 minutes. Or you can also use 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then also is it 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then also 15 minutes or 5 minutes time frame. And all these things, it can equally give you the result you want. Now, we said there are also what you call swing traders. Swing traders. Now, swing traders love or may focus on using the 1 day time frame, 1D, 4 hours, and then also 1 hour. 1 day, 4 hours, and then 1 hour. And then also 4 hours, 1 hour, and then also 15 minutes or 30 minute time frame. So in both cases, a swing trader may focus on using mainly 1 day, 4 hours, and then 1 hour, or minimally he may also use 4 hours, 1 hour, and then 30 minutes just for precision. Okay, so we also said that there are scalpers. Now, scalpers may focus on using 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and then also 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then also 1 minute. That is for scalpers. So please, if you ask of the various time frame to use as a trader, these are the various time frames you can use according to the type of trader you are. So if you are a day trader, then maybe you can focus on using the 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then 15 minutes, or 4 hours, 1 hour, and then also 15 minutes. And this may be helpful to your trading decision or trading journey. All right. So I believe your question too has been answered very clearly. So how can I be able to pick a what is the best time frame to use? Yes. So Sharon, I believe that is very clear. I hope I'm very loud and clear, and my audience are listening to me. I hope I'm very loud and clear, and my audience are listening to me. I hope I'm very loud and clear. Sharon, I believe your question is well answered. Let me first get back here to see if there are any hands up. Okay. All right. So there are no hands up. So let's proceed to answer the questions in the chat box. Okay. So it is very, very important, and I know a lot of traders ask such question on entries, the time frames. So that is it. If you talk about entry, it is the time frame that you use that will help you to get an entry. You get it? I explained this. Let me proceed with the time frames a little bit further. Now, we said we have the higher time frame. For instance, the 4 hours. Now, the 4 hours will help you to be able to get a clear structure, right? If you want confirmation, that is 1 hour. Then, if you want to make an entry, you use the 15 minutes. So, if you ask of the best entry, it is the lower time frame that will help you to make an entry. It isn't the highest time frame. If you want to make an entry in the market, you are going to use the lower time frame. So, the lower time frame gives you what you call precision in the market. So after you've been able to analyze and identify the clear structure of the market using the higher time frame, which is assumed the 4 hours time frame. You can confirm using the 1 hour time frame as your confirmational tool to confirm the structure of the market. Then after you've been able to do that, you use 15-minute time frame for better precision. So please, without time frames, you cannot decide on entry. Hope it's clear. Sharon, hope it's clear. Sharon, hope it's clear. Hope it's clear. Okay. So I would want to know how to deposit and start trading. I would want to know how to deposit and start trading. So first, depositing, there are two main ways of depositing money in your account. I'll be very glad to know if you have the money in your account so that I can guide you for us to use as a visual learning and art of learning. Since you love to deposit, I would love to know if you have the money. But if you want it to be just a virtual class where we explain how to deposit money, now whilst I'm doing that, if you think you are ready on that, you can raise your hand so that I'll guide you to share your screen. Then I guide you on how to deposit money in your account. Now, other than that, I'm going to make it a virtual class. When I say virtual class, I'm just going to explain it verbally. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So now, how do you deposit? Now, depositing money has got two forms. In cryptocurrency, depositing money basically comes in either two or three ways. First, we have transferring or depositing from, we have depositing from one exchange to another exchange. In that case, the trader can use what we call wallet address. Wallet address. Okay. In that case, the trader can use what we call wallet address. For instance, you may be transferring funds from OKX to Binance. Transferring funds from OKX to Binance, you may need what you call wallet address. So you first need to go into your exchange, you copy the recipient's wallet address, then you come in back to the transferring exchange to paste. Right. Now that is the first process. The next thing, it's either by banking transaction, by transferring money from your bank account into your crypto exchange, crypto what exchange, or by run what you call P2P. Now, if you want to transfer from your bank to your crypto exchange, you may run or follow the process called P2P transaction. In most parts of the countries, you may follow what you call the P2P what transaction. So mostly, if you are the type you want to deposit money into your account whilst you have it on your Momo or in your bank account, you may use what you call the P2P transaction. The P2P what transaction. Right. So with P2P, what you have to do is simple. With P2P, what you have to do is simple. I guess you are following. I guess you are following. Okay, so Opio is saying he's having the money in his account. So let me get back by not talking too much. Opio. So let me see. Okay, Opio said yes, I'm ready. I saw it somewhere. Okay. Yes, I have. So Opio, raise your hand. Raise your hand in the chat box. Raise your hand and let me guide you to share your screen so that we use your process to learn. Opio, kindly raise your hand. Let me see if I can see you through. Okay, Opio Gabriel. Okay. Okay, so let me make you a co-host. Okay. Now you've been asked to unmute. So proceed. You can. I've asked you to unmute. So now you can proceed to share your screen. You can talk to me direct. I can hear you now. Hope you can talk to me. I can hear you. Hello. Hello. Yes, talk to us. We are listening to you. Hmm. I guess you need. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear
Hello.
me? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. So how are you doing?
I'm good. Maybe you.
Yes, we are also doing good here. So let us know how best you want us to assist you. You want to deposit money in your crypto exchange, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That is good. So for lesson's sake,
Mm.
we will guide you. You have the cash or you have it in your Momo account. If I may ask, which country of origin are you joining from?
From Uganda.
Uganda. Uganda. Okay. I
Yeah.
believe someone shared the link with you for you to join this session. How did you manage to join the session?
Someone shared me the link for actually link for joining. It is a link for Zoom app.
Okay. Okay. So we
Yeah.
would, for lesson's sake, for tutorial sake, we will guide you. We will all do it together. There are about 50 or 40 men, ladies and gentlemen here following and learning with you as well. So you are not alone here. Okay. You are not alone. Okay. So share your screen. Do you know how to share your screen?
Probably no.
Okay. So you click on the three dots. You can see there is a three dots below. Just click on it. You see share.
Yeah.
Very good. So click on the share.
Mm. Done.
Really? I guess,
Yes.
okay, I can't see your screen yet. So you click on the share screen, screen sharing, right? Your screen is not being shared. So try it again. Your screen is not being shared. So try it again. Are you there?
Yeah. I'm there.
Okay, so click on the share. Guys, we are using this opportunity to learn. I believe there is someone here who would also learn to know how to buy USDT. So in a case we are using to learn, that's the reason I'm giving this opportunity for all of us to take advantage of our rates. That's all. So please click on the share. Are you there?
Yeah.
After clicking on the share, you click on start now. After clicking on the share, you see share screen, screen share or screen, right?
Yeah. Screen.
Yes, tap on the screen. Then you click on start
Mm.
now. Then click on start now. Have you done that?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Now, very good. Now we can see your screen. So the next thing is minimize the screen and go to your device. Minimize your screen and go to your exchange, the app that you are going to use. Which app are you using? Are you using Binance?
Yes. Binance.
Oh, okay, very good. Have you created the account already or you are yet to create the account?
I'm here to create the account.
Oh, then do you know what? I guess it's going to take time, okay, because they will need to verify you. So what you're going to do is, for identity verification sake, you create the account, you click on I'm a new to crypto, okay? Then you proceed to fill in the necessary details that you have to fill. Do that as you are still on the Zoom learning. You will still be with you. After that, maybe the person who invited you to join will guide you, or we will guide you together for you to do or to do that. So please first register your details in the account first. Then after you are done, you let us know so that we continue. Okay. Hope that is okay. Gabriel,
Yeah.
can you hear me? Very good. Very good. So you click on sign up. So you enter your email. So you do that alone. Please do that alone. For security reasons, do that alone. Whilst you are still in the meeting learning, do that alone. After that, you will guide you for you to do it. Right? Okay. So thank you so much. Follow the session whilst you keep following your registration process. So we'll get back to you after that. Okay. Okay. So um guys, I believe we can proceed. I believe we can proceed whilst we wait for, or whilst Opium is also working on his or her account. Okay. All right. So I can see Aru Maliot. Aru Maliot is also hands is up. So Aru, please, you've been asked to unmute. You can ask your question. Aru, you've been asked to unmute. You can ask your question.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. I hope I'm clear. My voice is clear.
Yes, your voice is very clear.
Okay, okay. I only have two questions. I've been trading for some while. It's going to like 8 months right now.
Okay.
But there is something I still don't know. Always, sometimes people send for signals and they say you monitor the coin so and so, monitor the coin so and so. Then I used to enter, but I stuck in the coin while others they are already out of it. Then I wanted to know how the perfect time for enter. Like you wait for the candle like to finish, or you just enter with like the market price immediately, or you set entry point or something like that.
Come again. Come again.
Yeah. When entering a coin, huh? When you receive
Mm-hmm.
like a signal,
Mm-hmm.
uh, do I have to wait for a certain perfect moment to enter, or I just enter immediately as soon as I receive the coin, the signal, or I wait for the candle, like there is this candle, right? I wait for the candle to finish first.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at it this way. Now, when it comes to trading, especially whilst you pick signals on the signal platform, it depends on the signal that you receive. Okay? It depends on the signal that you do receive. Okay. So let's look at something. So for instance, let me see, let me see. Okay. So now, where is it? Where is my pointer? Okay. When you get a signal, it depends on the signal. What the signal is demanding you to do. If it is asking you to enter it within that same period, you have to do that. You don't need to wait for anything, for any candle to close or any other thing, unless you are analyzing it yourself. Do you get it? If you are not analyzing the signals yourself, you need to follow the exact instruction the signal is demanding from you. In that case, if you refuse to follow the instructions, that is when it may be in profit whilst they said that it has been sold, and yet yours will not be in profit. So, for instance, when you look at this particular signal, they're giving you the entry price. Do you get it? This is the entry price. So
Yes.
anything higher or lower than this, you don't give a damn to that. All what you are going to focus is on, it's on the entry price. If it happens that you are on long and the price is just closer to the entry price, you are good to go. Let's look at another signal here. For instance, we have this particular signal. When you look at this particular signal, you can see that they said entry price. The entry price is current price. The difference between these two is simple. With this, the actual entry entry target has been given. But with this, they said the entry price is the current price, which simply means that you are no longer going to wait for any increasing or decreasing of value before you enter. You are no longer going to wait for a candle to close or open before you enter. You are going to enter exactly at the time in which the signal was dropped. So you look at it this way. When you look at this particular signal, you could see it was dropped around 5:36 a.m. That is Ghana time. So if you look at this particular signal, they said, do not trade after 2 minutes. Do not do what? Do not trade after 2 minutes, which simply means if you refuse and you decide to trade this particular this particular signal after 2 minutes, maybe you may end up facing the consequence of it. Please, do you get it? So in
Yes,
that
yes,
case,
yes.
you don't need to wait for any candle to close or open before you make an entry. The only time you can wait for a candle to close or open before you can make an entry is when you are analyzing the signals yourself. So for instance, maybe you know how to analyze and you've studied this particular puzzle and realize that even though the analyst has given everything, but you can also analyze it again and then decide on what to do. In that case, there is no problem. That is when you can decide to either wait for a candle to close or a candle to open before you make an entry. Anything other than that, if you are trading with a signal, you go according to the conditions given. You go according to the conditions what? Given. All right. So I hope um my answer is helpful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very clear.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay. So we may proceed to answer the questions in the chat box. We may proceed to answer the questions in the chat box. Okay. So um now, can RoyalQ app stop loss automatically as to avoid the liquidation or further loss as the way the bot sets to certain profit? Can the RoyalQ app stop loss automatically as to avoid the liquidation or further loss as the way the bot sets to take profit, certain profit? Now, let me address this. Now, stop loss does not prevent liquidation. Listen, stop loss does not prevent liquidation in the first place. Okay, so when you are being liquidated, it's not because you did not use a stop loss. That is what you need to get it clear. Stop loss does not prevent liquidation, but rather stop loss reduces your losses. It rather reduces your losses. It doesn't stop liquidation, but it reduces your losses. Okay, all right. Now on the further part of it, in RoyalQ, you can use what you call trigger price as a stop loss. When you talk of stop loss is a trigger price. Take profit is a trigger price, a particular price at which an asset should be closed. When we talk of trigger price can either go for stop loss or take profit. So in RoyalQ, if you don't see stop loss and you see trigger price, they are the same. Trigger price may either be for a stop loss trigger price, or a take profit trigger price. So in RoyalQ, as we've been teaching most often, you can also set up a stop loss trigger price, a stop loss what trigger price, where the price or the trade will close automatically as you are asking. So please, otherwise, if we've done series of lessons on this one too, okay, how to use a stop loss in RoyalQ, you've done series of lessons on that. So you are only asking and I'm explaining things to you better. Sorry, you are asking and I'm explaining things to you better. So you can also use what you call the stop loss trigger price by getting the stop loss value after you you are done setting up your trade, you can go straight away to set up your stop loss value, just as you can also set up your take profit trigger price value. So Dr. Katujo, hope it's clear. Okay, so let me see. There are questions that I jumped. I would want to. Okay, so is it necessary to use margin calls when using inbuilt indicators? Yes, of course. Yes. Now listen, using the inbuilt indicators does not guarantee. Listen, using the inbuilt indicators does not guarantee your automatic profit or loss, which simply means you should also find what you call safety margin. When you talk of safety margin, that is by protecting your trade such that if the market is going against you, you can take advantage over the market, both on the spot market or on the futures market. So please, if you use the inbuilt what do you call it, the inbuilt indicators, that does not mean that you shouldn't use margin calls. You still need margin calls. So when you use the inbuilt indicators, it doesn't mean that on the spot market you wouldn't get into floating loss. No, that is not what it means. And if you use the inbuilt indicators on the what do you call it, on the futures market, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't be liquidated or any other thing. So you must apply all the strategies needed for your trade to ongo in the market. Okay, you must apply all the strategies needed for your trade to ongo in the market smoothly with peace of mind as well, without any stress. Okay, so that is it. Now let's look at the next one. What is fair value gap and how does a trader take an advantage of it? Okay, so Ima, I will take time to explain it in Goli. Okay, so I will explain that as part of the lesson. I guess it's a full lesson on its own, so let me hold on, but I will do justice to that. Okay, now was related to this. If I have 150, wait, what trade setting can I use for futures? If I have 150, what trade settings can I use for futures? Okay, so far we've thought about different trade settings model that you can use. Now with $150, 150 USDT, if I am to trade with 150 USDT, first, okay, let me not say I am. Since you are a beginner, the risk appetite may be different. Okay, the risk appetite may be different. So I may be mistaken to use the word I. Okay, so if you want to trade with 150 USDT, I will advise the first thing that you have to do, maybe you go into the market with the first buying amount of $30. Now with $30, which simply means that maybe let's assume you go for a leverage of 5x or 10x. So let's assume you go for a leverage of 10x, which is going to be 10 times 30, which is 300. So automatically your first buying amount, your FBA is 300. Is what is 300. Now, if all your capital is $150, then I would advise maybe you set aside $50 out of your futures account, you save it in your funding wallet. Then you use $100 to trade. So out of the $100, you save $30, right? So all what you have is $70 remaining. All what you have is $70 remaining. There are two sides of the coin. Now, if you are trading with cross margin, or isolated margin, in both cases, I've explained that you don't need long or lengthy margin calls on the futures market. On the futures market, at most should be 5 margin calls. At most should be 5 margin calls on the futures market. Why? What you need to understand is either with or without, liquidation can still trigger. Liquidation can still what? Still trigger. Listen, I'm being honest to you. Liquidation can still trigger either with or without, which simply means whenever you are trading on the futures market, you should trade with caution and attention, such that you are well informed of the decision you are making. In this case, if you have $70 remaining, though you went into the market with $30, but over time, what I've stated and what I've practiced and what I've taught and what is working is that if you have most of your capital as your hedging fund or as your protective fund, you can always be sustained in the market. Let's assume you have 100% capital. Out of this 100%, you've used 30% to trade, which simply means the 70% of the capital is still protecting the 30%. So you are going to use the $70 to do or to open margin calls, at least 4 margin calls out of the $70. So use $70 to open 4 margin calls to protect this particular trade, which is the $30 trade in the market. And in so doing, you may be able to generate your profit consistently whilst not visiting liquidation frequently. So please, if you ask of how you can use $150 to trade on the futures market, that is a simple formula that I can give you. Use $30. With the $30, a leverage of 10x, 5x or 10x. If it is 10x, that is going to give you 300 USDT. With 300 USDT, you are good to go in the market. If your take profit is 1% or 2% out of 300 USDT, you might make more than $3 or $4 per trade, which simply means if a day you can be able to pick up to 2 or 3 trades in a day, at least that is equivalent to $10 or $12. Hope it's clear. Hope it's clear. Okay, so Gabriel, I believe you are still on your task. I believe you are still working out on your account. Okay, so let's continue. How does scalper trade? How does scalper trader take advantage on the trading by analyzing to use 1 minute? Yes, so if you are a scalper, or it is very simple. As you analyze the market, listen, just as I believe I'm here. Am I with you? Are you guys hear me very loud and clear? Since I'm talking without getting back to my audience. I'm talking without getting back to my audience. Let me know if I'm very loud and clear. Am I loud and clear? Okay. Okay, then let's proceed. Then let's proceed. Okay, so now scalper, what do you do? It's very simple. Just as a day trader focus on certain candlesticks to make good profit, a scalper may also focus on the let's say 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and then also 3 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and then 3 minutes. In this case, he is also using the 15 minutes as identifying the structure, 5 minutes as confirmation, and then 3 minutes as entry. If he's using 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then 1 minute, 5 minutes is his structure, 3 minutes is his what? Is his confirmation, 1 minute is his what? Is his entry. So just the same principle day traders, swing traders, position traders have been using. That is the exact principle that they've been also applying. Just that one thing that when it comes to trading, let's assume once you see it, let's say you stand on a chair to observe something. Someone may not stand on a chair, but may just be on the floor and will see the same thing. And also, once you see it as black, another person too may see it as brown. It just depends on what you see on the chart. Do you get it? So, therefore, he or she may think of using the 1 minute, the 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then it's 1 minute. That is his decision. And one thing about scalpers is that they are traders who are so vulnerable and they've understood the facts of risk. It's just like agreeing that you will sell your kidney, but this time round, you want to sell all your 2 kidneys to survive. You are just living on a chance of risk, high risk. Do you get it? That is for scalpers. So scalping comes with high risk, but they are okay. So scalping, mostly it works like the person is so conscious of his decision that I can easily lose, because it's not so easy to make decision on the 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then 1 minute. You might think you are too smart, but that is the riskiest thing that you'd ever try. Because, for instance, whilst I am looking at entry on the 5 minutes, you are looking at structure on the 5 minutes. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. Whilst maybe I am looking at entry on the 5 minutes, he is looking at it as a structure, which is very, very dangerous. But he is okay and certain with that decision. Do you get it? So if you ask of how scalpers take advantage, they take risky advantage by understanding that where you want to use your two eyes to view inside the bottle, they wouldn't like to use two eyes to view the bottle. They only want to use one eye or whatever to view inside the bottle and then also make their personal decision. That is all. Okay, so focusing on the 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and then also the 1 minute. That is for scalpers. And the same rule everywhere for structure, for confirmation, and then also for entry. Just as you may use 5 minutes as entry, he is using the 5 minutes as a structure. It's simple as that. John Lies, I hope it's okay. Hope you get it. Hope you get it. Okay, so okay, now thank you so much, leader, for the session. My question is, if I have $1,000 capital as my capital, and I plan to trade only 2 coins using first buying amount as 25 USD for each coin, using a low leverage of 3x. From the great experience you already have in the industry, do you think this is a good capital and risk management? Okay, so the answer is no. The answer is no. But it's relative. Listen, it's relative. I've always been saying that trading advice comes with experience. Trading advice comes with what? With experience. And for instance, someone using $25, having $1,000, using $25 with a leverage of 3x. Let's do that calculation, which is 25 times 3, which is around 75, if I'm right. 25 times, which is 75. Good. So in an actual sense, your FBA is 75 USDT. To me, that is not risk management. To me, that is not risk management. It's just an act of being fearful. Now, when we say someone is applying proper risk management, it is not the absence of being fearful and also the presence of being fearful, but rather taking a courageous decision such that you may protect yourself backwards and forward. So when you look back, you are protecting yourself. When you are moving forward, you are protecting yourself. When I say when you look back, you are protecting yourself, I'm considering the profits that you are going to make. If you have $1,000 capital and it can't make you $1, listen, if you have $1,000 capital and it can't make you $1, then that is not risk management, that is being fearful. Do you get it? That is being fearful. So if you ask, from my experience, is that a good strategy or risk management? I would say no. Do you get it? Applying $25 and using low leverage of 3x, I would say no. That is not risk management. That is being fearful. You are just being afraid of making a good decision. That is all. I guess you get me right. Hope you get me right. Good. All right. So, what does it mean when unrealized P and L is showing green and the figure below the coin is showing red on the interface? Okay. So sometimes I may choose to call this abnormalities in trading. Abnormalities in what? In trading. Sometimes it happens, of course, and it's abnormal. There are some of the abnormalities in trading that the P and L may be what do you call it? May be green, and then figures below may be red. Yes, so it may be an abnormal order. Okay, it may be an abnormal in trading. It isn't something so scary. It's just an abnormality in trading. Yes, and it happens. You are not alone in that. I've seen that before. And from my experience and knowledge that I've gained so far, I call that an abnormal trading. That is all. And it isn't something that has been repeating itself consistently, but sometimes it happens, and it's abnormality in trading. Sometimes such abnormalities may happen maybe due to market fluctuation, that is one, or network issue. All such issues may cause abnormalities in trading. Sometimes you may have your device, as you open, you see huge profits, but within a short period of time, you get back, you refresh again. It was network. You never know. It's an abnormality in trading. So all these things are not something so scary. They are part of trading, and it happens sometimes. Since it's not something that has been happening all the time, and sometimes we call it an abnormality. Yeah. So comfort. I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. I hope it's clear. Okay, so um let me see. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. Let me do justice to the questions that we have here. Let me check out if there is any hand up. There is no hand up yet. Okay. So um okay. Now I have stayed quite long without trading and I wanted to enter a trade, but it's always saying change leverage ratio failed. Change leverage ratio failed. What can be the reason? Yes. Now when you see change leverage ratio failed, it simply means your API binding for the futures is incorrect and you need to rebind it again. Okay, so anytime you see change leverage ratio failed, reset your futures API, rebound it again. That is all, and it'll work. It happens. So mostly, whoever addresses that issue or asks such question, address is very simple. Go back, go and rebound your API again. Once you bound the API, everything will work perfectly. So Shadrach, I believe you get this right. So just go and set up your API again. Check out your futures setup for the futures trading. There are some of you, you've not done your futures setup. So get the setup right. After getting the setup, you are good to go. You may be able to bind the API successfully and then it will start trading. That is it. Okay. Now, the question of stop loss, I believe, Doctor, I did justice to that question first. Okay, please, how to add and how to remove indicator when analyzing a coin. How to add and how to remove indicator when analyzing a coin. So I believe you are making reference from if I'm right, trading view. So on trading view, let's quickly go to trading view. Where is it? Okay, this is trading view. So on trading view, now let's look at something. If you want to add or if you want to remove, so for instance, this is a line. If I want to remove this line, I need to tap on the line. Just double click. So I should tap on it, then you see this key, delete. This is it. Then I tap on delete. Now I want to delete this one, so I just have to double click it. But once I do that, I click on delete. Then I click on delete. If I want to add, listen, if I want to add, I come here, I come to these three dots, below, these three dots below. Hope you are following, my dear. Hope you are following. You just click on these three dots. After clicking on these three dots, you are going to see indicators. Indicators. Just click on the indicators. Now, after clicking on indicators, click on the search bar, or if you have already added indicator, that is fine, but if not, click on the search. So let's assume Mark D. Okay, so this is it. Where is it? Okay, so this is it. Click on it to add. You see, they said MACD divergence added to chart. So let's go. So now it has been added. Here is it. Now, if I want to close it, if I want to remove it, here is it. Come here. You can see here close. You can see close here where I've circled. Hope you can see, my dear. You can see close. Now just tap on the close. Let's do that. Close. When you click on the close, you are going to see delete. This is the delete symbol. Just click on the delete. So let's do that. Delete. Good. After clicking on delete, you've removed it. So if you want to add, you just come back again. You click on this three dots. After clicking on the three dots, you click on indicators. After clicking on indicators, you search for the name of the indicator you want. So let's assume moving average. Moving good. Let's see. So whatever moving average that you want, let's do that. Okay, we've added. Good. So the moving average that you want, you've added to it. So if it's due for you to do or to remove it, you can see here we have close. Close. Just tap on the close, then you click on this. That is all. That is all. So I believe it's clear. I believe now you can do that. I believe you can do that now. Who asked that question? Richard. Richard, I believe you can do that. So, automating RoyalQ for futures, how do you see it? Is it good or bad? Automating RoyalQ for futures. Yes, it's good. It depends on the trader's knowledge. The inbuilt strategies or the inbuilt indicators were there to help beginners. Okay? Were there to help. It was built to help beginners who don't know how to navigate the market. In that case, you are not going to use or you are not going to analyze the chart. You are just going to provide conditions. Then, as the condition is being met, your trade is delivered. It's simple as that. And that is a very good way of automating a bot or automating your trade. Okay. Since you have no knowledge about the market, it's good to just set up to your trade to your condition. Maybe A or B. Choose A. When the condition of A is met, let the market flow in that direction. When the condition of B is met, let the market flow in that direction. It's simple as that. And that is a very nice strategy. So, Malouette, hope it's clear. Okay, so Patience Puma Boateng. Yes, I believe Patience is a Ghanaian. Patience Puma Boateng. I believe Patience is a Ghanaian. I love your name. I really, really love your name. Okay, so please, if I have $200 capital and trading on isolation, what strategy can favor me as a beginner? Okay. So, patient Puma Boateng, I'll mention your name from King Crane to Cran Cran, as a Ghanaian man would say, from King Crane to Cran Cran. Okay, so, um, I just love your name. Okay. So, $200 capital on isolation. What strategy can favor me? Okay, now when it comes to the strategy, I've already talked about two main strategies. When it comes to, in all, I've said the strategy is all based on the margin calls. The margin calls. Okay, the margin calls used, and I've always been saying, I'll keep repeating myself, that do not use more than, at most, your margin call should be at most five margin calls. At most should be five margin calls, not something more than. Do not, on the futures market, do not set plenty margin calls that you don't need it for anything. You don't need plenty margin calls on the futures market. That is what you should know. Okay, so with $200 capital, what should you do? Now, my first advice, you can use $50 as your FBA. $50 as your FBA, 5x to 10x as your leverage. So if it were to be personally, I don't go below 10x. I don't go below 10. Even if it's $10, I don't go below 10x. Yeah, that is an honest truth. I'm being honest to myself and to my traders. I don't go below 10x. I use 10x. Okay. Yes. So let's assume 10x. I'm not saying we're going to use 10x, but it's an assumption. So 50 times 10, that is going to give you 500. Okay. So with 500, you have $150 remaining. And with that $150, you choose to open four margin calls or four margin calls. Okay, with your $150. And that is simple. Okay. You choose to divide or use four margin calls to trade. And that is very simple. So if you want to trade using any other strategy, I've thought about one, the double effect, and then also the triple effect. So with the double effect, each call that you buy, let's say you bought $2. The next one you double it by buying $4. The next one you double it by buying times 2 of 4, which is 8. So 2, 4, 8. Then the next one you buy 16. That is it. That is the double strategy. And then also the triple effect is, if let's say you bought $3, the next one is going to be 9. The next one is going to be 18. Hey, is it 18? No, 27. You keep tripling it. You keep tripling it after each drop. You keep triple the next one. So these two strategies that I've taught, I've been using them and it's been working. Okay, good. Okay, so Mami Patience Puma Boating, I believe it's clear. Mami Patience Puma Boating, I believe it's clear. Okay, so from the question that I have asked above concerning the stop loss, I wanted to know my by one answer. That can I set stop loss manually as the way I do set take profits in RoyalQ? If yes, how? Okay, so the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay. How do you set it? For now, I don't have any ongoing trade. It can only be demonstrated with an ongoing trade. So if you have an ongoing trade, reply yes so that I can guide you for you to know how to do that. If you have an ongoing trade, reply yes so that you can be guided on how to go about it. If you have an ongoing trade, reply yes so that you can be guided to it can be demonstrated whilst there is an ongoing trade. So you set up the trade first. After setting up the trade, you provide your stop loss value. That is all. You first set up the trade, then you provide your stop loss value. So if you have an ongoing trade, reply yes, then we do that. But if there is no ongoing trade on your side, then I believe in our next session, maybe Monday, is for trade settings. And Monday, we've been discussing about things regards to trade settings, stop loss, and all its surroundings. And I believe there we may be able to practice it well. So if you still want more, you can still go to our YouTube channel, get more information on how to use a stop loss. Okay, guys, I believe there are no other questions to ask. I believe there are no other questions to ask. Now, if you are a complete beginner, who have got no knowledge about the market, how do I say it? If you're a complete beginner who have got no knowledge about the market, sometimes these become very complicated sessions for you, and you wish to get more tutoring information, please go to our YouTube channel. Please go to our YouTube channel so that you can get all the necessary lessons. And also get glued to your upline. Get glued to your upline, the person who invited you. Let me know. There is the gentleman who was activating or registering he I've forgotten his name, Gabriel or something. Gabriel, are you still in our midst? Gabriel, are you still in our midst? I don't think Gabriel is still here. Ah, well, okay, oh, he couldn't exercise patience enough to wait. So, okay, Gabriel, I believe you are still with us. How far with your okay? Gabriel is here. Let me unmute him. Gabriel, are you done registering your account? Are you done registering your account? Are you done registering your account?
No.
You are not done. Okay. Then I believe you will make it tomorrow. I believe you will make it tomorrow. I don't know how you manage to get the link to join the Zoom, but it's better consult the person who invited you. It's better to consult the person who invited you My DM is always open, and then also the group chat are always open. Mind you, if you chat me and I don't respond, not because I intentionally do that, sometimes I'm mostly busy and it's difficult for me to get more time replying more chats. There are a lot of chat that I've still not replied, but as my free time, I do reply most of the chat that I have to reply. So don't worry if you've sent me a message and I've not been able to respond to it. Don't be worried. You can chat me if you need any assistance, or you can chat any of the leaders as well. But make sure that no one scammed you at the end of the day. Make sure no one scammed you. Okay. So, if there is any other question, Gabriel, I believe I'm done with you. So, if you need further assistance, you can chat back after the session. You can chat back after the session. Okay. So, name of the YouTube channel, that is RoyalQ Revolution. RoyalQ Revolution. RoyalQ Revolution. So please, this is it. Go to YouTube. YouTube. Okay, so um, okay, so here is it. RoyalQ Revolution. This is the channel, RoyalQ Revolution. So kindly get back here, get all the necessary information that you need so that you can also learn and then grow. I've subscribed. So make sure you also join, you subscribe so that you can get all the detailed and necessary information, knowledge that you need to get and then grow in this industry. Mind you, if you're a beginner, people will get closer to you all the time, luring you into different projects. Focus on your crypto journey. There is nothing that beats than having a real skills that you can be proud of it at the end of the day. I'm being honest to you. Being in this industry for the past 8 years, we've encountered a lot of challenges. We've seen a lot of people going, a lot of people coming here and there, but crypto is still crypto. Today, I did something. I was like, let me visit back my old previous chart, um, histories, and then also what do we call it? Groups. So I took time and I scrolled. I scrolled very deeply, and I saw a lot of groups. I was like, since 2018, 2017, down there, I saw a lot of platforms that we created, a lot of platforms that I joined. Some of them, they've changed the name of the platform consistently. Even there are platforms that someone created just less than 3 months, and the person has changed the name of the platform more than 5 times. Why? Because today he bring a new project, he gets scammed. Another day he bring a new project, and they are not always ashamed of themselves. They keep changing and changing and changing. So when? That's the question. So when? Hmm? But I'm very glad that all my platforms remain as it is. The titles, the name remain unchanged. That should tell you how you can focus on your journey and be consistent on your journey, and how rewarding your journey can be. Are we together? Are we together? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud of myself in the first place, and I'm proud of you. And I believe in your journey, and I believe in my journey. I believe in our journey, and I believe that we can still do something great. All what that matters is consistency, resilience, and your ability to not give up. If you give up, you lose everything. But if you can consist and never give up and keep building, you get a reward one day. Do you get it? You get a reward. So that is my advice to every beginner in this industry who is embarking on this journey. Sometimes it may be tedious, it may be stressful, it may be challenging, it may look like there is no hope. But what will you do? If you give up, what do you have? What do you gain when you give up? You gain nothing. So give yourself time and keep growing. That will be your best opportunity. That will be the best chance you'd ever get for yourself. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Yes. So, guys, that is what I have to tell you. And that is an honest truth. No one will tell you, but I will tell you the truth. Nothing but the truth. Focus on yourself. Build your journey. Grow gradually, and you will surely get there. All right. So, Join the platform. We are on RoyalQRevolution. I believe you are there. Join and enjoy all the necessary information that you need. I'll be conducting a beginners summit, if God permits, next week. And those of you who are interested, not for activated members, or not for people who are advanced in trading, that is completely for beginners. And I'm organizing that for people free of charge without taking anything. It's free, just as we've been doing all our lessons. I'm going to take time to take all the series of lessons gradually and explain how to use your exchange, how to get the trading knowledge step by step, because I'm very passionate about this thing and I want people to get trading, the concept of trading very well, so that they can be able to use RoyalQ without stress. Okay, so those of you that want to take part in that lesson, you are welcome, and we would help you to do that completely. It's free of charge, and we are well mentored and ensuring that everyone can go in this industry. Together, I believe that there is going to be more success than we've created, and there's going to be more leaders than we've built. We are still together and we are still going along. Don't give up. Don't stay back. Keep going with us. Once and if you sit up, you will leave you alone. That is what you need to understand. Me personally, on my journey, if you are too weak, I will leave you. Sometimes I just go back and I realize that a lot of people are behind me. I ask them, what are you doing there? I left them alone because I am in a hurry for success. Do you get it? So don't stay behind. You can't stay behind and ensure that you are going to attain success. Keep working with those who are serious. Keep working with leaders who are enthusiastic with their journey. Do you get it? That is how it's supposed to be. So let's all keep working together. And at the end of the day, don't care about the person who brought you in the industry. If the person who brought you is not serious, that does not mean that you shouldn't also be serious. Just imagine someone gave you gold and the person does not know the value of gold. Because of that, you don't also value gold. What is the common sense in this? Are we together? What is be the common sense in this? That someone gave you gold, and because the person don't know the value of gold, you also don't want to value the gold you've gained. Why? You've never lost your sense. So why don't you rise up and be bold enough to be, and then also be courageous enough to take a boldful decision that is going to help you at the end of the day? Do you get it? So guys, RoyalQ is here for us. Trading is here for us. Trading forever, RoyalQ to the moon. It's either RoyalQ or nothing. Let's keep building this journey together. Let's keep growing together. And I believe that the end will be success upon success upon success. Success upon success upon success. Listen, it has always been that, and it is always that. Speed, strength, strategy. That is our key. That is our motto. Speed, strength, strategy, and the underlying word is impossible is nothing. Listen, speed, strength, strategy. That is the algorithm that we use to move. We move with speed. We move with strength and we move with strategy. And the underlying word is that impossible is nothing. That is all I have for you this evening. Speed, strength, strategy, impossible is nothing. I wish you all the best in your trading journey and have a good night. It's 7:45 in Ghana, and I believe it is 10:45 in East Africa, and also 9:45 in South Africa, and then also 8:45 in Nigeria. I wish you all the best. Have a sound sleep. If God permit, tomorrow is Saturday. We shall have Zoom meeting. Sorry, we shall have a market analysis by Leader Amenata. She is willing and proud and ready to lead us in that session. If God permit, tomorrow she's going to be around to guide us. So please, in the morning, I'll share the link this evening so that we all get access to it if God permits tomorrow. So get prepared. We shall meet again in the morning if God permits. Then also in the evening, Leader Doris would also lead the orientation session. So get prepared. There's going to be an interesting session for you if God permit tomorrow, and we shall meet again. I wish you all the best. Speed, strength, strategy, impossible is nothing. Good night and love you all. Bye.